Hey, what's up? What's up? So I'm gonna make a recap of one of the setup that I took last week, and also show you, let's say, some kind of mistakes that I've seen with, let's say, beginner trader. I would say like that. So for my setup, I'm gonna share with you here. So that was my setup on gold. It was like Thursday, the 16th, very early in the morning or late at night. So it was like 3, 4 in the morning. All right. So I'm just gonna talk about it. Why I took this entry, where was the stop loss, and the TPs. So we go on trading view. And also there's a Black Friday sale on TradingView, right? For 4 days, it's 70% off, and plus you have a free month. I don't do anyways, I'm just gonna share this with you, right? I'm not gonna get anything or whatever it is. I'm just want to share with you if you want to buy one of the packs of TradingView. It's a good time because Black Friday has good discounts. So I remember back then when I wanted to buy a pack from TradingView, it was because at that time it was like 1 or 2 alerts on the free version, and I wanted more. So that's why I kind of get one pack of TradingView. But now with the free version, you have like I think five alerts, way enough if you just like a beginner, intermediate, let's say. But if you want to get more advanced, one of the packs when you upgrade has is the replay mode and split screen, let's say. But I don't know if most, let's say, beginner slash intermediate trader really need that. So you can stay on the free version if you only look for alerts. I think 5 is enough, but anyways. So that was the setup that I did share. So just look at the time, right? So it was like November 16, 5:36 in the morning, -5, right? UTC -5. So that was the setup on gold, and I'm just gonna explain with you why I took this trade. So for gold on a daily perspective, very bullish. All right, very bullish, going to the upside. But when I saw gold, it was like here. So I really like the Wednesday closing, right, candle, because I was looking at potentially reaction at this level here. Why? Because we did have a break and potentially break and retest scenarios, right, on a daily perspective. So a bottom that's been broken can potentially become a top. So I did like that the candle push it up, buyers push it up, and then sellers were able to close below the zone. So nice reaction. And then let's go on the 4 hours. So what we have on the 4 hours, I'm just gonna move this, all right, based on the 4 hours. We have this top here. And what, for me, right, not everybody knows no imbalance, but fair value gap, right? So we have an imbalance on the H4. So I was looking for potentially, right, looking for shorts at this area. And also this video, it's only educational, right? And I'm just showing you past experience. So after that, I'm just gonna speed it up a bit there. So I'm on replay mode, so that's one of the packs you can get, the Pro, I believe, if you really want it. But anyways, so when the price, one tap, double tap, anyways, went up, boom. So it was 1 in the morning here. I was looking more for when it was like 3, right? Because I was waiting for London open to negotiate on it, not before. So you see here around 4 a.m. So what I understand, daily bullish. But in this scenario, I was looking for short-term sell. I didn't really look for a big setup, like it's going really bearish, right, from my entry. But you have to remember that what the price giving you at the time that you are in front of the screen and looking for setup. So that was me at that time. So what is the best scenario here, Thursday, November 16 at 4 a.m. in the morning? So if you took a buy here, was nice. We played this bottom, you play the bullish momentum. I get it, right? But I was not in front of the screen at that time, right? So this top here, H4 imbalance. So what I did is I start on the daily, H4, H1, right? Wow. Here, and on the 1 hour, I understand that if we look at the previous tops and bottoms, the top is here, the bottom is here. It's kind of in the middle. I knew it. So like I said, I was not looking for a big setup, but for short-term sell. So after that, I went on smaller time frame, right? So I begin with bigger time frame and then going down, right? That's how I do it, all right? So 30 minutes looking at this top. So potentially it can play out, right? So if you play with divergence, we have a nice divergence here. See, whoop. You connect the top and top, nice divergence here. So I was like, okay, good. Buyers are starting to lose momentum to the upside. I really like. After that, what happened is, this is on the 5 minutes. I'm gonna go on the 1 minute. And then we have 1, 2, 3 tap. Buyers cannot push above and close above this area, right? So you have 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejection. Good. Something that I want to look for if I want to short, right? So when the price was rejecting the top here, I wanted to position myself, right, around this area here. But by the time I execute the trade, it got me in around this area here. Whoop, drop, boom, got me here. But for me, it was like, it doesn't really matter because my stop loss was above this area, right? If ever, whoop, we have a slightly move to the upside. So I was covering what? All this area here. So if it makes a higher high, I'm gonna be wrong, right? So just be careful when you have too tight stop loss. I'm just saying, right? So I was playing the zone, was more safe. And then where was my TPs? So it's not based on the 1 minute, it was based more on 15, 30 minutes, 1 hour. So I was looking for a TP around here. 65-ish, 5 minutes. So my real TP is here, 1965.50, but I do understand the spread on gold on my broker is like 1.2, 1.5-ish. So that's why I like to just add it up, right? The spread and put it a bit above. Nice imbalance on the M5, all right? Fair value gap, or they will say. And so how I do it is like I'm looking for market structure. And also if my TP, my first TP, it's at least 1-to-1. That's how I do it, right? So market structure and also with the setup, it is gonna give me at least a 1-to-1 setup, right? So after that, it was on the 50 minutes. It is, yes, it is 64-ish. Here, let's say on the M30. No, 1 hour. What we have here, fair value gap or imbalance, right? And I was looking at this area here, this top. Okay, cool. So my TP was here, but like I said, I like to put it a bit higher, right? So my TP was at 1964 flat, but I added the spread, so I put it at 15-ish, around this area. I did change it after it hit TP1, right? Like I shared on the MT5 screenshot. I did change it to really 1964.15 because I added the spread. And after that, my TP3 was at 62 here. Why? Because we have these nice bottoms here that the price can potentially bounce back from. Bottoms, bottom, top. And also on the 4 hours, another imbalance fair value gap, right? So was looking for 1961.52, but I wanted, like I said, put it a bit above, has more probabilities that it can trigger, right? Why? Simple. For example, okay, it's just an example. You short here and your final TP was here, for example, right? So let's say you have this short position. So I'm just gonna explain quick what I mean by that. So you took a short there and then your TP is here. So yes, it did hit at least TP1, right? 1-to-1. But let's say you were looking for a 1-to-2 at this area, you might come short, right? And leave some profits in the market. But just pay attention. Sometimes when you put the TP right at the bottom, it might not trigger your TP and you leave some profits in the market. So wow. So I explained with you the entry, the stop loss, and the TP. Of course, I did have a final TP, right? TPF around 1957, right? But like I said, I was not very optimal for that setup, the final TP to hit, right? Like I said, it was more a short-term sell because we are bullish on gold. So let's put it at 15. So in this case, on the 50 minutes, TP1 almost hit, and I was like, oh, I'm waiting for the price to go below this area, and I was waiting for it to break below here, right? This kind of bottoms here, and then whoop, we have it, and was like, nice, amazing. And then boom, TP1 hit, slightly a reaction here, right? A slight reaction, and then cannot break above these tops here, right? I was already BE, and then boom, TP2 hit, and TP3, snide TP3, snide TP3. So this is, I'm gonna put it on 15. Yeah, 15 minutes is good. And then look at the price. Too slow, bro. Boom. What I like about this setup is the precision of the execution of the entry, the stop loss, TP1, TP2, and TP3 play out very well on this setup. The precision of it, all right? Snipe TP. And if you look at it, 1 to 3-ish, right? Setup. And after that, I didn't, I was off the chart at 715. And then gold continued to pump to the upside. And that's okay, right? Because I got a good entry, good stop loss, good TPs, right? Beautiful, beautiful setup. Not a crazy setup, but a beautiful execution of the setup. The precision of the setup is very beautiful. So that's the setup on gold last week. What I want to share with you, okay? Like I said, it's something that I've seen with, let's say, new trader getting in smaller time frame, right? Like, let's say 1 minute. So one of this, right, that I saw of one of the members, right? So someone came to me, right? Because I do mentor some people about trading. So just want to find the setup there. There we go. Found it. Okay, so that person came to me and he said he started off 1 minute. Right off the bat, 1 minute chart, and he told me, bro, we have this top here. So I was playing or looking for a break and retest scenarios, right? Break, whip, and retest. So, and that person said to me, I didn't understand what happened. Because, bro, I was playing the break and retest, didn't work. So the first thing, you don't start analyzing or giving me setups off the 1 minute. If you're an expert scalper trader, good, that's good. But if you're still learning trading, you're in the phase of grasping information, and you want to, for example, maybe get a funded, or you're not a, you're a beginner slash intermediate trader, and you start off 1 minute. I don't know. If you look on 1 minute and analyze it only on 1 minute, you have to be, for me, advanced. Why? Because bigger time frame, like daily, depends on your trading style, of course, right? But I'm talking about, let's say, intraday slash scalp, right? Trader. To start off, daily 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, whatever, right? Whatever time frame, but bigger the time frame, bigger the market tend to be respected, right? What I mean by that is the structure, the top and bottoms, break and retest, and basics things, right? But when you go under 1 minute, it can be messy. Might not really respect the market structure. The M5, M3, or M1 usually give you precision of what happened at that specific time. So like I said, it can be messy at times if you just getting in trading and start off 1 minute and not looking at other bigger time frame. So that's what I've seen, right? After that, you have your trading style. But if you want to be, let's say, intermediate, I'm not talking about swing traders, like hold position for a lot of days or weeks, right? But let's say intraday trader / scalp, you have to go on bigger time frame. Start off at least, and then go lower, and smaller time. So something that I already talk about, right? So the people that kind of follow me kind of will understand what I'm going to show them. So if, for example, we have this kind of structure and we have a nice break above, right? So a top that's been broken can potentially become a bottom, potentially, right? So if you look for buys here, okay, so you're playing what? A break and retest another at previous stops. Previous stops can become a new bottom. Got it, right? So the safest way how to play is to put a stop loss below the previous low. That's a kind of a basics concept of break and retest, right? And for me, right? That's for me. But if you playing that specific zone here, the top, and you put a stop loss, let's say here, a bit below, you are aware that potentially you're gonna get stopped down, right? The market is gonna hit your stop loss. Why? Because you also have this bottom to be potentially covered, right? So a safe stop loss would be below previous low. I have seen also people that put it right at the bottom. Sometimes cannot be good. Why? Because I like to let the market breathe a bit. Because sometimes, so if you're in the market for quite a while, you would understand what I mean. So let's say you're playing the break and retest and the price is getting lower and hit the bottom and then pumped right up. And then you're like, damn, the market is chasing my stop loss and then going my direction, right? No, bro. So, so that's why I said, okay, cool, you can, it's up to you. Put a stop loss right below previous lows. It gives you, it's more safe as a setup, right? So hope you get that. So if you look at the setup on GJ, so we're gonna stay on the 1 minute. Why? Because it's enough to understand what I'm saying, right? So first, not best for me, not best entry. Why? Because if you look at it, based on only on the 1 minute, right? I didn't look on M15 and M30, but based only on the 1 minute. If you look at the structure, you kind of in at the top there. So not the best entry, right? Didn't say you cannot go up, but it's not the best entry. Good. Other thing, you have to understand that we are bearish, right? Boom, very bearish momentum, right? And also what we have, let's move this line here. Nice imbalance. Here, boom, snipe the imbalance, boom, and then reject it. So with that data and information, that's me, right? I'm not very comfortable taking buys here. But if you do like the reaction, right, and you want to position yourself here, what I said, put a stop loss just below the previous low. If you want to play, let's say, to be honest, this one is not a strong break and retest scenarios. All right. Here, see, not a strong one. It's a little bit, no, not a strong break and retest scenario. But let's say you want to buy, want to look for buys, right? If you put it a stop loss right below 27.8 pips, not that bad on GJ, right? And let's say you were looking for at least a one-to-one scenarios, right? Even with the, let's say for me, a bad entry. What would be for me a good entry, bro? Bottoms, 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 bottoms. I really like, don't forget the concept of buy low, sell high, right? So for me, that would be better as entry, but I didn't take the trade, right? I'm just explaining you for that person that came up to me and said, hey, bro, I was looking at a setup on GJ and I got kicked out and, you know, it doesn't work. And anyways, so even if you took an entry here with that concept of putting a stop loss right below previous low, you could have, let's say, let's look at it. You could have, bro, hit your one-to-one if you let it ride. If you let it ride, right? If you trust your trade, one-to-one, boom, hit. Okay, so let's see. Let's say you here got BE, but it came up to 1 to 3, bro. A 1 to 3 for me, not the best entry, but respected that concept of putting a stop loss below previous low could have saved you a 1 to 3 setup. I don't know. I like 1 to 3s, right? And then after that, I just pumped up. So that was my take. I hope it helps you some kind of way, right, with understanding the market better. And like I said, I was just based on the 1 minute. So I hope it helps you. See you on the next one. Peace.